Hello again. Welcome back to my channel of Global Solutions. And this is part 2 of my presentation, how gun control is destroying America and the rest of the world. Today, I'm going to show you the analysis and only solution to protect not only America, but the rest of the world from violence, poverty, failing governments, economy, and climate change. Just a few major problems. And I already discussed to you about this. For those who have not seen part 1, you better see it because I discussed this and why the goal of FBI Director Christopher Wray to prevent terrorist attack of any kind, domestic or international, is impossible for him to achieve. And in my letter, dated April 25, 2022, I also said that he can double his 10 billion annual budget, or he can double his 35,000 people working for the Bureau around the world, in the United States and other around the world. He will not be able to achieve this goal. And today I'll give you some explanation. Also, lawsuits against firearms manufacturers is wrong. And I said this, I explained this before, but you can read it here. Now, let's go to the analysis. I will use LAPD's police cars or LAPD Police Department to protect and serve. You will see this on their cars. It's their motto, to protect and serve. Are they capable of protecting you, any individual? No. They do not, legally speaking, they do not have the legal capacity. They have no legal basis to protect and to serve. Maybe to serve, but not protect. They can serve you by helping you with flat tires, but definitely not to protect you from violent crimes. They're not even capable of protecting themselves. You showed the numbers of police officers who were killed while in the line of duty annually, and those officers also who took their own lives, because the policing system is definitely a big problem. Here's the legal problem. I would like you to read this. And I would like you to Google the all the details surrounding this. And take note of this. Law enforcement officers had no duty to protect any individual. That's according to the Supreme Court of the United States. The Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School mass shooting in Parkland, Florida on the unfaithful day of Valentine's Day of 2018. The students sued the Broward School District and Sheriff's Office. And I was expecting this the moment they filed the lawsuit. A federal judge ruled that the government agencies had no constitutional duty to protect students who were not in custody. I already know this. The moment they sued them. Here's more problem. You sue the police, and the Supreme Court will sometimes rule in favor of police officers, where in 2 cases involving the qualified immunity. We need to fix the real problem, which is the policing response system itself. Response is gun violence, mass shootings, terrorism always happens first, and then the police will come to the rescue, but already many people are already dead by the time they arrive. That's why I call it response. And that's why police officers are called first responders. Sue gun manufacturers. Victims of gun violence may win and get money, some money as compensation for their loved ones. This will not fix the real problem. You're getting money. Is that important to you? Is that the most important to you? Or how about protecting the lives of your family members? Do you want money or do you want the life of your loved ones? If you want money, then we're doing fine. You don't need this. Let's have them killed, become victims of violence or terrorism, and we'll file a lawsuit and maybe we can get some money. Is that good for you? You have to ask this yourselves. Lawsuits versus gun manufacturers. With the failure of governments to prevent gun violence, mass shootings, many lawsuits are filed against gun manufacturers seeking monetary compensations. This is totally wrong because money will not save lives from gun violence, including terrorism. You have to remember that. So today, America must choose now, or the rest of the world, violence prevention program that I'm offering, or gun control to continue the destruction of America. Hurting or suing our police officers is not the answer. Trying to destroy the gun industry is not the answer either. Big part of the problem is this, and I would like you to take a look first. And I'll start my analysis in just a few seconds. Now, this is the biggest problem of gun control. I will provide you only about 5 presidents, but the entire history, you can Google it, you will be able to find it. When Clinton left the White House, he left the American people with 1.4 trillion debt. Bush, 5.85. Obama, 8.6 trillion, the highest ever recorded in the entire history of the United States. Trump, 6.7 trillion. Biden, in 2021, 2.77 trillion. And as of March 22, 475 billion. This is the biggest part of the problem of gun control. Now, I'd like you to focus. Clinton, a Democrat. Bush, Republican. Obama, a Democrat. Trump, Republican. Biden, Democrat. Now let's go back. This is very sensitive. Clinton and Bush are white. Obama is black. Biden and Trump are both white. And if we have a female here, it will be exactly the same thing. It's just a matter of how much more or how much less. It's a system problem that I was able to uncover how to solve. That's why gun control will destroy this country because of this. And my prevention program will fix this. And I'll show you as we progress. Obama, let's look at Obama. When he was campaigning to become president of the United States, he said, I am going to change America. Boy, I was on board. I was a Republican at that time. And I jumped out of Republicans and went Democrat. I believe him. I even contributed money. And what did he do when he was at the White House? I sent him that copy of my book. And I was hoping, oh, Here's a guy who would like to change America. I gave him copies, nothing. Send with letters, nothing. I repeated the same scenario with his whoever he was giving him advices. His senior advisor, I forgot the name. Nothing. What has he done? What has Obama done to change America? Was he able to change the lives of black Americans? No. That's why we have Black Lives Matter now. Was he able to change the gun violence of Chicago? No. Was he able to remedy the budget deficits of Chicago? No. Was he able to bring down taxes of Chicago? No. In fact, his friend, the mayor, for 8 years, I believe, I'm not sure if it's 8 years, kept on raising taxes for about 7 times. Property taxes, I think. You'll have to Google it. And I was so furious. I said, wow. And he left. He now, after leaving the White House, he left and he has his, what do you call this, big house, mansion in the Martha's Vineyard. And now he's having another mansion in Hawaii. That's what the changes he was able to do for himself. But for the black people, for America, no that. With gun control, as of December 2021, 115% of the GDP already. And by 2050, if America continue with gun control, it'll become 195% of the GDP, the debt. And all this, the future America. So what I'm telling you is this. All of this that you see is just the tip of the iceberg. The violence that you see now, the rising debt, the homelessness, gun violence, political fighting, hatred against immigrants that you see now, these are just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, way more big ones will come. And this is the biggest part of my program. My prevention program will be able to stop this from growing and reset it into a downward trend. That's why I said it will destroy America, or we can fix it now, not when I'm not here anymore. I'd like you to read more. Let me drink some water here. Continuing his past with President Biden, President Obama then as Vice President before, he's continuing everything this year. Excuse me. He wanted to tax billionaires to spend 555 billion for climate change. That's a total waste of money. You will destroy more of this country if you do this. This will hurt America because what you're doing is you're not fixing America, and you're hurting the rest of the world because the rest of the world will not benefit from this. In my violence prevention program, not only we can stop that raising of the national debt, but we can also bring down the corporate tax rate down from 21 to 10% in the first 5 years. The 6th year and on is 5%. With that prevention program, all we have to do is implement this with my prevention program, reverse all this, and save at least between 60 to 80% of 1.3 trillion in the United States alone. But there are 195 countries in the world with similar problems, but not this huge money, not this amount of money. Less, but still, we're there. The prevention system, you can go to World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. You can pay 21,000 to 660,000 engagement fee. I don't know what this is. And you will not find any of my solutions. You will find about 20 courses on my website. You will never find any of those here at World Economic Forum. Paris Climate Accord signed by 195 participants. We are now at almost 7 years. And what do we have? Worsening drought, worsening wildfire. Everything is worsening. So, expected productive result, zero, done. COP26 climate summit, none. They're going to have another summit this coming November 2022, none. Zero. It's a waste of fuel for going round trip by airplane. My violence prevention is positive and productive effects to the world's poverty and violence in Canada, Mexico, Latin American countries, Europe, Philippines, other Asian countries, the United States. This is the real answer, not the mass immigration that President Biden is supporting. He wants to bring, what do you want to bring all poor people of Latin American countries in America? That's not the proper way. The proper way is to implement this violence prevention and poverty prevention in Latin American countries, in the Philippines, in Canada, in the Middle East, in Africa. All that, but not to bring everybody here. You're not helping this country. You will be destroying this country if you do that. Violence prevention system is the conversion of the current police system from response to prevention. Otherwise, look at this, terrorism. I told you, $2.2 to $8 trillion in Afghanistan alone. And we were defeated. Cannot solve climate change. This is the easy conversion. And political leaders are only good at one, raising taxes to solve problems. Failure. Implement budget cuts or two. In combination of these two. And this is just like what I said, this is applicable in Australia. And there are 195 countries. Traffic congestion, homelessness, domestic violence. Take a look at domestic violence in Australia. 21.7 Australian dollar billion in 2015. And they're saying that if they are not able to fix this by 2044 or 45, this will become an Australian dollar 323 billion. Yes, Australian dollars. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about this. If you cannot fix this in 2016, 2017, 2018, then definitely you will not be able to fix this by 2044 or 45. This is permanent without my prevention system. Same thing, the traffic jams in the United Kingdom, prison, growing prison, knife crime. And they asked in 2019, can London's knife crime stop? No, you cannot, because London's policing system is the same in the entire United Kingdom, in the entire Canada, the entire United States, Australia, and everywhere else. In fact, America's law enforcement system or policing system came from Europe. So if we have to change ours, they have to change theirs. And that's like I said, political leaders are only good at raising taxes to solve problems. Implement budget cuts or combination of these two. Number 4, how many city governments have filed for bankruptcy here in the United States? Way even before COVID-19, before COVID-19. And now we have COVID-19, and how many more will be filing for bankruptcy? How many times have we heard the word government shutdowns at federal level? How many? About, I think, 65 times over the years. I've said this already. And these are the summary of benefits. I have 10. But these are just a summary that I've done. All these are productive and positive benefits. Without this, the world, we cannot change the world. The world is permanent as it is. It will worsen, but we will not get any of this without my prevention system. All this, I'd like you to read all this. Bring total unity in America and many more. Right now, we are so highly divided. Politicians are highly divided. We are divided on gun control. We are divided on politics. We are divided on everything. And of course, this is my invitation to partner with my company. Let's work together in introducing this one and only existing violence prevention program in the world. Let us eliminate these unnecessary lawsuits that are not contributing to the safety of the people around the world. I'm also extending my invitation to all law enforcement, including the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, to become part of this violence prevention program. The same invitation is extended to witness my traffic decongestion problem for those who would like to solve climate change now, not in 2030, not in 2050, now. This presentation, this two-part presentation, is less than 1 hour. I think it's 20 minutes and 20 minutes. A full presentation is between 1 to 4 days, depending on the professional and analytical capabilities of the attendees. Those with advanced knowledge on military, law enforcement, intelligence, global political, and international laws are most welcome, and I prefer them actually. U.S. global leadership is what I wanted in America. The tremendous benefits of this world's first prevention program will enable the United States to lead and unite the world in a very positive and productive way. Let's stop dividing American people. Let's stop dividing the world. Let's bring unity and solutions. Not only we will be able to prevent violence, but also poverty, not only in the U.S., but also in about 195 countries around the world. We will be able to stop the mass immigration and ease their suffering. These immigrants are suffering at the border. And even if they are able to come here, what will they have here? Enable many countries where governments are failing due to rising debts or budget deficits. Raising taxes is not the solution. We will be able to provide all human beings the comfort of daily existence, not sufferings, global unity, and most importantly, solve climate change now, not in 2030, not in 2050. And there's my name. Keep in mind that this is a one-time chance only to reverse all these serious national problems for America, global humanity, safety, economy, and environment. You now have to choose gun control or violence prevention. I'm not here forever, so think about that. You will never see this program anywhere in the world, and no one will be able to develop this. Thank you very much. Goodbye.